this video, I'm going to show you how you can use AlphaX for you to place a futures trade. So first of all, of course, you need to register for your AlphaX account. To register for your AlphaX account is pretty easy. Just click on the link provided in the description area below. Then you'll be led on to a page where you need to key in your email address only. It's going to look something like this. Let me just show you. It's pretty easy. So first of all, you will just you will see a screen that's something like this. You just need to key in your email. Say, for example, I'm going to key in my email here and log in with the email. Then it's going to send a code to your email. Just go to your email and get that code and key in into here, and voila, you have already signed up for your account. So as simple as that. So pretty simple, right? So unlike like any other exchange, because this is a decentralized exchange, so signing up is basically really simple. Okay, so once you get your code from the email that's sent to your email, then you just key in over there and you will be led to your account. So this is going to be your main page, and it's going to look something like this. Now, the very first thing that you need to do, of course, you need to fund your wallet. To fund your wallet is pretty simple. Just click on deposit. Okay, so this is your wallet. So basically, I have some deposit right here. So basically, you can right at this moment of time of this video has been recorded, you can only send it from any other crypto wallet that you have your USDT or your collateral coin that you want to use for you to trade. Right here, you can select the coins that you can actually fund your account with. Is either Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, USDC or USDT. So in this case, I'm going to use USDT. A transfer network, right at this moment of time, you only have like a 3 networks for you to be used. So make sure that you choose the correct and the same network from your sending wallet. Say, for example, I wanted to use this BNB Smart Chain. So once you click on BNB Smart Chain, you just click this copy and paste this address onto your withdrawal wallet into AlphaX. Okay, so make sure that you need to use exactly the same network in order for you to prevent your fund from stuck in the blockchain. So that is one very crucial thing. So once you have funded your account ready, so your wallet will look something like this. You have your funds inside this spot account. Now, in order for you to use it for you to trade futures, you need to transfer this from the spot account to your futures account. Now, to do that, it's pretty simple. You just need to click on transfer right here. So you can transfer from your spot account, move to your USDT-M futures account, and you want to transfer all of it. Okay, so in this case, you can choose to transfer partially, or you can choose to transfer all of it as well. So click confirm. Then all the funds has been moved from spot account to your futures account right now. So my futures account has been funded with $50 right now. So to place a futures trade is pretty simple. Just hold your mouse to futures, and you would need to select this USDT-M perpetual. Not this light perpetual, because this is going to be a very simple and light version of the futures trade. So click onto this USDT-M perpetual. Okay, so once you have that done ready, it's going to look something like this. All right, your chart might look slightly a little bit different from mine, because I have kind of like draw a few lines over here that you can see some indicators that I place on the chart as well, such as like this MACD and CCI. Okay, so that is also optional. You can just choose that. So to place a trade is like any other exchange. Okay, so let's focus on the right side here. Now, the right side is the control for you to place a trade. Okay, so right now we are looking at this Bitcoin chart. So for you to change coins, you can just hover your mouse over here. You can choose Bitcoin, Ethereum, or whatever coin that you wanted to look for. Let's say you want to look for Doge, you can type Dogecoin. Then you can click on Doge. Then you can the Dogecoin will be displayed on the chart. Okay, so you want to trade a Bitcoin, you can pick Bitcoin like this. Okay, so say for example, I wanted to place a trade right now. Okay, so this one, you can choose a mode, either cross mode or isolated mode. So what are the difference? You can probably read some of the notes right here. So for me, I will always use cross mode. So click confirm. And I can choose my leverage right here as well. So up to like 200x for Bitcoin. So different coins have different level of leverage that they offer in all of the exchanges. So in this case, in AlphaX Bitcoin, you can go all the way up to 200x. So just click OK. Then once you did that ready, I wanted to place a market trade right away. That means I wanted to place a trade right away. So I just click on market, where you can actually choose and open a market trade, a limit trade, or a trigger trade. So in this case, I want to place a market trade. I just click here, click onto here. So right before you click onto here, make sure that you choose this USDT by cost. Don't choose by notional. Don't choose by size Bitcoin. Okay, so make sure that you choose buy cost USDT. So what's the difference between these few here? I would say if you choose this buy cost USDT, it's pretty simple. If you're going to use like $10, you just click $10. If you want to use $20, you just type in $20 exactly. But if you choose notional, it's going to be divided by the leverage. So it's going to be a little bit confusing. So to de-confuse you guys here, just make sure that you choose buy cost USDT. Okay, so it's a bit simple and straightforward. So right now I'm going to place that, let's say, for example, 12 USDT. So I'm just going to type here 12. Then I'm going to click on open long. Okay, so once I did that already, you will see that this line will actually appear here on the chart, indicating that my position has been placed. So to change the time frame, you can click onto different time frame, like 1 hour, 4 hour, 1 day, 30 minutes, 50 minutes, and so on. Okay, so you can also click for a more time frame that you wanted to display onto here, so that you can access to it directly. Let's say, for example, I wanted to display, let's say, 3 minutes, which is not here on the chart, right? It's right here, but it is not over here. So what I can do here is I can just click edit, and I can click this 3 minutes, and I click save. Okay, so 3 minutes will appear over here. So that's how easy it is. Then once you did that, if you wanted to add some lines, okay, so you can draw some lines here on the sidebar menu. Okay, so you can draw some trend lines. Okay, it's as if like, how do you use trading view? So this is a very simple control. Since that the chart has been extracted from TradingView, so the control will be exactly the same on how do you use TradingView. All right, so you don't want that, you can just click onto that and remove it, as simple as that. And as for indicators, you can actually look for indicators over here, technical indicators. Just click onto that, so you can choose to display your EMA line, for example. So moving average, to double click 2 times. Then you can do some settings right here. So let's say you wanted to change the colors into yellow, then you have one yellow line. Maybe make the line thicker. Okay, so the other one, maybe I want to choose, let's say 20. Okay, so I can choose, let's say, make it thicker, and input I can change to 20. All right, so the moment when I click open my trade just now, so my trade will actually appear here. So this is how my trade looks like. All right, so right here on how do you actually manage the trade, there are a couple of things that you can do here. First thing first, of course, you can print the P&L poster by clicking onto this small icon next to the unrealized profit and loss. So click onto that. So this is the poster that you can choose to save, choose to display your profit, okay, or either display your ROI. So you can choose either one of it. And the best part of that, you can also choose the layout to be as a vertical layout like this, or a horizontal layout as you're printing from the computer. So you can choose either one of it, depends on which one of your favorite. Okay, so once you've choose that ready, you can also click save, so that this poster will be saved to your computer, where you can actually share it to your social media, you can share it to your group and stuff like that. Okay, so that's it. So once you've done that, you can close this screen. Now, apart from that, you will also notice that I have placed a trade without the stop loss. So to add the stop loss, you can click onto this TP stop loss, add this button right here, and you can key in the amount, or you can key in the amount of ROI. Okay, so let's say I would like to set only the take profit. Only the stop loss. I would just uncheck the take profit, and I key in the ROI for my stop loss. Let's say 100%. So this is going to be a negative 100%. Then I'm going to click confirm. Okay, so the stop loss will be set here, and also the line of my stop loss will be displayed on the chart as well. You see that? The red color line. So this is my stop loss, and this is my position. This is the current price right now, so which is in profit. All right, and on the chart, you can choose to move your stop loss too visually, and also it will change the numbers as it is. Okay, so as you click and drag this, it will change the stop loss. Okay, so I'm not too sure why its contract order quantity is invalid right here. So if it doesn't allow you for you to do that over here on the screen, you can do it manually. Okay, so cancel the order. Okay, so you can put it here 74698. Let's say, for example, I'm going to take 74698. So I can either type in the price. Oops. 74698. Okay, so uncheck this take profit, and I'm going to click confirm. So I am what I did just now was I am placing my stop loss within above my entry price. So being said that I have already secured this position. So if it's going to hit my stop loss, it's going to kick me out from position with slight profits. Okay, so I'm not going to lose anything at all. All right, so the next option, let's move on. what if I do not want this trade ready? I want to close it. Of course, it already closed it for me immediately right now. So I did not manage to show you how to actually close the trade. Okay, so never mind. Let us try one more time. So I'm going to place the trade again. This time I'm going to open short. And I'm going to place a stop loss right here, 74778. Okay, so I'm going to click here. I'm going to say 74778. So I'm going to have the stop loss of negative 31%. So click confirm. All right, so now the trade has been running. Okay, so with a slight drawdown right here. So when you click onto this P and the poster, it's going to show you the drawdown as well. So say, for example, I do not want this trade ready. So either it's running in profits or whether it's running in drawdown, you can click on this market close. Okay, so this is where you're going to close the entire position. Okay, and you can also choose to close partially by dragging the slider bar. Say, for example, I just wanted to close 50% of this trade. I'll just slide the slider bar to 50%. Then I'm going to close short. So what is going to happen to the P&L? It will not adjust or affect anything on the percentage wise, but it has been reduced 50% from my margin. All right. So if you wanted to close entirely everything, so you click on market again, make sure that the slider bar is 100%, then you click close short, then the whole position will be closed. Okay, so as simple as that. Now, what if your position is running at the opposite directions? Say, for example, let me just place one more market trade to show you. So I have placed a short position. Now it's running on a drawdown, and I wanted to reverse it. Instead from a short position, I wanted to make it to a, let's say, a long position. You can also click this reverse button right here. So now I'm going to click this. It will actually change this red color short position to a long position. Can you see that? So now it's running on the long position, right? So when it's running onto long position right here, what you can actually do here is that next thing, make sure that you need to reset your take profit and stop loss again. So the moment when you switch or reverse these directions really, the stop loss will be removed. So make sure that each and every time when you reverse your position, make sure that you set your stop loss. Okay, so apart from using this market close just now, make sure that it's on 100%. You can also click on this flash close. So flash close is the express or the faster way for you to close a position. So the moment when you click on flash close, everything will be closed, okay, on that particular position that you have closed at. All right. And okay, let's talk about some other options. We have talked about market trade where you took out the liquidity and placed the trade immediately. Okay. What about limit trade? So first of all, you need to understand what's the difference between limit trade and trigger trade. For a lot of people, they get confused on these two things. Okay, so I'm going to just drag this thing over here, and I'm going to kind of like I'm going to turn off this display first. Okay, let me just turn this off. How can I turn this off? Okay, reset chart view. Oh, come on. It doesn't allow me to turn this off. Okay, double that, maximize pane. Collapse pane. Nope, uncollapse it. Okay, it's here. So I'm going to close this tool first. All right. So I'm going to make everything looks simple. Okay. And I'm going to close this two indicator as well. So this is a naked chart with its only the candles available. Okay. Say now, this is Bitcoin price currently. As whatever investment scheme goes, okay, you need to understand that you need to buy at a low price. And when the price appreciate, you sell it off and you'd enjoy profits, right? So right now, I wanted the system to help me buy Bitcoin when the price drop lower until here. Okay, drop slightly lower until this level. Let me just draw a line here. Okay, where is the drawing panel? Okay, let's say here. All right, so I wanted the system to help me to place a trade right over here, a long position when the candle drops until here. So this is what we call it as limit trade. Now, limit trade, imagine as this: the candle goes down, you wanted to place a long position. It kind of like against the directions of the movement of the candle. The candle went down, I wanted to long it. Okay, so that is against the directions of the candle movement. So to place a limit trade, make sure that you click on limit, price that you want the system to help you to buy. Let's say I'm going to put this figure right here, which is 74,157. So I'm going to click here, 74,157. And the cost that you wanted to use, okay, say I'm going to use like $12, just click $12, pretty simple. And take profit and stop loss, you can preset your take profit and stop loss first if, of course, you already have your idea where you wanted to place a stop loss. Say, for example, I'm going to place it here. My stop loss is roughly around here, and my take profit is roughly around here. Let's say you already have that numbers, okay? You can also go to the, this one, and get this number. Okay, and you key in the take profit, which is 75111. So click onto here. Oops, 75111. And my stop loss to be 73848. So once you have all this there, click your open long limit order. Now you can see that the limit open long will display here. Okay. Now, what if the candle doesn't move until there? All right, let me get my directions arrow. Okay. Okay, what if the candle only moves until here? Then it gets rejected. So nothing will actually happen to your position because it hasn't been triggered yet. All right. So when there's nothing being triggered, and you will see that right here, nothing will show on the live trading as well. So your order is under open orders. It's under this category of limit order. So when you have this limit order, that means that you can see that this limit order is the one that you place here. It's an open long position, but it hasn't been triggered yet. It's still here. Okay, it's a limit trade and it hasn't been triggered. Okay, so if you do not want this trade already, say for example that the price didn't came down, it went back up eventually. Okay, so when it went back up, it kind of like goes away from the limit order that we have set. So thus you do not want this limit order already. You can cancel it off by just clicking the cancel button. Then your order will be canceled. So that was limit order. You want the candle to come down to a certain price, then you want the system to help you to place a long position. But what if, okay, so what if the current price is here, okay, I want the system to help me to place a long position when the candle drops down here. However, I've accidentally placed an order where the price that I key in for my limit trade is higher than my current trade. So what is going to happen? For example, I'm going to key in like 74921. 74921 is the price above the current price. So what is going to happen the moment when I click open long, it is going to open a market long directly immediately at this current price point. Okay, the reason being, the mechanics or the logic behind limit trade is that you need to wait for the candle to drop down to a certain stage, and you ask the system to place the long position which is against the directions for you. So thus your entry price has to be lower than the current price. But if you place an entry price which is higher than the current price, that limit trade will be considered as a market trade immediately. Okay, please pay attention to that. All right, so that was limit trade. Now let's talk about trigger trade. Okay, trigger trade, just now limit trade is whereby you need to wait for the candle to drop and you open a long position. It's against the directions of the movement of the candle. However, trigger trade, it's the other way around. You want the system to help you to place a long position above the current price. Okay, so you want the candle to move wherever they want to move, and if it moves higher than the current price, then only the system will place a long position for you from here. So this is following the direction of the candle. Just now limit trade was going against the direction of the candle, but this trigger is following the direction of the candle. So that was the difference. Okay, so when it comes to trigger trade, it's the same thing. You need to just key in the trigger price. What is going to be the trigger price right here? Okay, just put it over there. Wait, why it doesn't allow? Okay, so trigger price, which is here, roughly about 7504. Okay, and the order price, make sure this one, you need to change it into market, where you cannot, it doesn't allow you to key in any number here. Very, very important. Make sure you don't put it as limit, because when you put it as limit, it will ask you to key in another number from here, which is going to confuse yourself what is going to be the trigger, the actual trigger price. So make sure that after you key in the trigger price on here, make sure this you change to market, where you are not allowed to type in anything right here. Okay, then of course the cost as usual, put in your cost. Then you click your open long position. Okay, so your order will be placed here. Of course, nothing will be displayed here, but it will be displayed under your open orders, under trigger order, which is haven't been triggered yet. All right, so trigger order will not be shown, but limit order will be shown on the chart. All right, so again, yeah, the same thing. I haven't, or I did not manage to set my stop loss yet for this trigger order. So now in order for you to do that, okay, so what you can do here is you cannot change anything here, but what you can do here is that, okay, what you can do here, you can cancel it and open it again. All right, so how to do that? Let me just cancel this first. I'm going to open this again. So this is my trigger price that I place in, market price. And before I click open long, I will need to check onto this one. Then I will key in my take profit, which is roughly about here, 76015. And my stop loss is going to be roughly about here, let's say 74739. Okay, so once I did that, then I click open long. Okay, so again, it will not be shown on the chart, but it will be shown under open orders, under trigger. So this is going to be the trade. And now my TPSL has been set. So I have this, okay, order that had already been placed over there just now a while ago. Okay, before I click that open. So once you did that, same thing goes. You have to cancel it, just remove it, cancel. Okay, as simple as that. When you come to here, there are a couple of things that you need to understand. One, there are only a couple of things. One is the mode. Choose whether cross mode or isolated mode. It depends on your favorite. Leverage, you can just drag it to whichever leverage of your preference. Open order, we will never use close order, because close order most of the time we are going to do it manually, unless you have like several open trades that you want the system to help you to close. Then you set a close order for the existing running trade. Okay, other than that, we will not use this option here. Okay, order price is pretty simple. It depends on whether it's your trigger price limit trade or a market trade. If you choose market trade, you don't even need to key in any figure, because it's going to take out whatever liquidity from the market, and they're going to help you to place the trade immediately. Okay, so you just need to key in the cost or drag the slider bar here. Either one of those was fine. So for those of you who wanted to know that how many percent of your funds that has been used from your wallet, you can use a slider bar. Let's say I want to use like 5%. So this is 5% from the remaining balance of my wallet. Okay, so you can use that too, or else you can just type here manually. Like let's say I want to use $20, just type $20, and that's it. Okay, then to set stop loss and take profit, click check on the checkbox, key in your number, and click open long or open short. Okay, as simple as that. So there's nothing really at the bottom here. Is pretty much the controls of the wallet. It's not for your trade. And to close the trade, you're going to do it right here just now. So you can click cancel each and every one of them, or you can cancel all, where you can close all the trade all together at the very same time. I guess that will be the few options that you need to know in order for you to place a futures trade. The rest of it are pretty simple. This chart, it will look exactly like the trading view controls, where you have your drawing bars here and your candles, your time frame. These are pretty standard, and the funding rates and all these details for this particular coin is already here. And the only thing that you need to key in is only, or master, I would say, is only on the right hand side here, when to use a market trade, when to use a limit trade, when to use a trigger trade. All right, so I hope that this video will give you some clarity on how you can use AlphaX for you to place your futures trade. All right, so if you have any question, or just drop in the comment section below. Hopefully this video will give you a clearer picture. All right, thank you very much for watching. Until the next video.